What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're doing amazing out there so far. Today, we have a priority request coming in from Terry. Terry, thank you so much for your generosity and support of the channel. We're super grateful and appreciative. We are going to be checking out Frank Marino with his song Ain't Dead Yet. I have no frame of reference on this one. We're going in completely blind. Never even heard the name. The only thing I got to go on is Terry said, get ready for some amazing guitar playing. And if that's what I got to go on, you know I'm in. I can't wait to hear it. But before we get into it, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. Right down below, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's an easy and free way to support us and show some love. You can also head on over to Patreon and become a member there. If that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests as well as other perks and features. You can also have a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee that'll get you a guaranteed request either Steven or I will check out right here on the channel. All right, y'all. Amazing guitar playing. Here we come. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. Here we go. Frank Marino with his song Ain't Dead Yet. I already feel like I'm gonna like it because I really like the album art here. It almost looks like an old school cartoon or a comic book or something. I love that. All right. Let's dig in and see what it's all about. Right out of the gate, let's go. Quick. Yeah. Woo. Hey, I don't know if Frank Marino is the guitar player or if it's the name of the band or if it's the singer. I don't really know. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Like I said, I went in completely blind to this, so I got nothing. But hey, Terry, amazing guitar playing. You was right, man. So this sounds to me like it was done in the 80s, like just the vibe of it, the singing, the overall production quality of it. It sounds very 80s. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's modern and tribute to the 80s. I don't really know. But it sounds good. I love it. You know, I grew up listening to so much like 80s power metal stuff and, Van Halen and all these different things. And this is very reminiscent of that for me. The guitar playing is incredible. I love it. He's mixing in like cool blues licks with like real quick shreddy stuff, which I'm a big fan of. I love stuff like that. The tone's great. I actually really like the sound of the drums too. The snare drum and the kick drum have a kind of a unique sound that you don't hear very often. At least not anymore. You don't hear. And so I really like that. So it says here, Frank Marino, The Power of Rock and Roll. I guess that's the album maybe that this song is from. I think I'm gonna have to check out more already just based on like the first minute of this, because this is good, man. I don't know. That singer sounds really familiar to me too, but I can't place it. Maybe not. I don't know. A lot of the singers that do this kind of stuff, they all have their own kind of unique qualities, but they're all within the same kind of genre. They're doing similar things. This guy's his voice sounds unique, but I also feel like maybe I've heard it before. So I don't know. You have to let me know in the comments who's singing on this. All right, let's keep it going. I feel like this guitar player is about to just shred it up, man. Terrace just blows away in a little bit. Wow. So clean. Little tapping action. I love this section. Explosion in the background. Hey, this band's good, man. Hey, normally I wouldn't pause. That whole section, man, that was dope. I love everything about that. Oddly enough, it goes out of that crazy guitar solo into this tapping stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool tapping thing. And then immediately they come in with like those syncopated accent hits, and the drums take off, and I'm like, actually in that entire section, the tapping part is probably the least interesting. It's a very interesting part on its own. Don't hear what I'm not saying, but there's so much other cool stuff going on around it that takes the forefront after the guitar's just been crushing it all song. This whole band is killer. I definitely feel like this is either done in the 80s, like I said earlier, or recorded in the style of something in the 80s, especially like hearing the tom sounds and the drum sound now, and more where it's more open like that. It's just very reminiscent of that style of drum sound, which I really like. I don't know, does this band have one guitar player or two guitar players? You have to let me know in the comments. Don't have a lot to go on when I just got album art here and I don't really know anything about them. It seems like it could be one guitar player with, they're just doing multiple tracks, or there could be two. I don't know. But hey, this band, they're killer, man. This is, whoo. I was getting lost and I forgot I was doing a reaction video. I was just enjoying it. All right. Let's get back into it. I love that. Going for it. It's jamming, man. And he's back. Let's go.
That's the gate I saw from them. The house that felt so far. A trouble turned dry.
Really like the singer too. Man, these guys are nuts, dude. That entire instrumental section. I wish I would have had another camera. I would have had a foot cam. That sounds weird, but let me explain. Because the whole time they're just in 4/4, right? But they're doing so many hits and so many different things kind of around the beat, and the drummer's just kind of he's in. Obviously, if you put a click track of this, it's in 4/4, but the drummer's really just playing in and around and doing whatever he wants, and it doesn't really matter because as long as he lands back on the one eventually, it's kind of irrelevant, which I think is super cool. So like the whole time my foot's just going, keeping the timing and then listening to everything that the drummer's doing around it while the bass player is keeping those hits. Man, that was an intense section. That was super cool, man. And then they brought it back around with that chorus. And then I hit it right at the beginning of this guitar solo. It looks like there's a couple minutes left, and I got a feeling that the guitar might just play us out all the way to the end, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna take it back a couple seconds so we don't clip off the beginning of that next solo because dude's good. Love that tapping, man. Little double bass on the drums. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, they had me with that real abrupt ending, and then they hit that last hit. It sounded like a bomb went off, man. Oh, man. That was fun. That was everything I love about rock music right there, man. Just jamming, killer guitar solos, amazing vocals, drums and bass just locked in. Man. Terry, you didn't let me down, man. This was good. I really enjoyed everything about this. Oh man. That was a heck of a ride, but man, did I enjoy it. Hey, that guitar player, he's wild. Again, I don't know if it was one or two. If it was one and they was doing all that, kudos to them. If it was two and they was playing that well off each other, even cooler. There was so much cool stuff going on, man, and it just like it hit the ground running and never really stopped. And I legitimately kind of found myself just enjoying it and getting lost in it so much I didn't really couldn't find a good spot to kind of pause and talk through things like I normally do. But hey, some things you just don't interrupt, right? And that man, the guitar playing was killer, right? So he's infusing all these pentatonic licks, and like blues, like stuff you would hear in blues, but then he'll just all this quick alternate picking, shredding stuff, the tapping stuff. He's, in and out with the wah pedal. There was some stuff where it sounded like he was leaving the wah pedal kind of half cocked to get like this real mid-rangey sound when he was doing some shred stuff. And it was just killer, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and the rest of the band was great too. Drummer was locked in, had a little solo in the in the middle section there, where he was just really just free timing around 4/4 and just going for it. And the bass player too. I mean, you got to stay locked in. So like the bass player was hitting the same consistent hits every single time. while the drummer's free timing around him. So you gotta be locked into stuff like that. Like, you almost have to just remove what the drummer is doing from your mind and stay so locked into your own part so that you don't mess it up. Because if you mess up the pulse there might not be no recovery. But hey, they pulled that off masterfully, man. These guys are top tier, incredible. All right, y'all. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.